Here's the reality. This ain't about me coming up here trying to give y'all no sermon at the end of a hip-hop concert. This is me just trying to keep it 100 with y'all. I'm just gonna tell y'all about a trip I took. Somebody go on a trip and they come back and they tell you about what happened on their trip. You don't sit there and say, man, don't nobody want to hear this. You don't sit there and say, whatever, man, you and your dumb trip. You think you're better than me because you take trips. You don't do that. You sit and you listen. They're excited to tell you about where they went and what happened. I'm excited to tell you about where I went and what happened. All right? You do with it what you will. See, it's ironic, it's funny that I'm on the stage in front of thousands of people because my whole life I struggled with significance. My whole life I struggled with wanting to feel like I was somebody. I wanted to feel like I belonged. I wanted to feel like I had meaning. I wanted to feel like I had purpose. And what's crazy about that is I looked for meaning and purpose and value in everywhere under the sun. Kept looking for it and looking for it and looking for it. If I'm gonna be honest, I didn't believe in God. I tolerated people's thoughts of God, but I didn't care about it. I didn't believe it. And it's funny because I didn't believe in God, but I would still act like there was a God. Right? Every morning I get up and eat breakfast. I'm acknowledging there's a God, because if there's no God, then I'm a cosmic accident. I'm just a bunch of molecules thrown together. I have no meaning and no purpose. I shouldn't exist, so why am I feeding myself? I'm just a cosmic accident. Why am I treating myself like I matter? Why am I putting on clothes and shoes? Why am I dressing up to stunt for people if I don't matter? If I'm just a cosmic explosion of molecules and cells? I was saying there wasn't no God, but I was acting like it was one every day. And then, when you don't know what you're here for, you go looking for value. I look for it financially, right? I said, if I could just make money, then I'll mean something, then I'll have purpose, I'll have value. I looked for it emotionally. I said, man, if I could just have a good day all the time, then life will go well and I'll mean something, I'll have significance. I looked for it socially. I said, if somebody would just love me, if somebody will give me the love my daddy didn't give me, then I'll mean something. Right? And then my view of significance got all warped. And it no longer became about if somebody would love me. It just became about if somebody thought I was something. I don't really care about you. I just want you to care about me. The funny thing is, I and you and I are not just emotional, social, and financial creatures. We're spiritual creatures. You got the fingerprint of God on you. You were made in His image and His likeness. You want to know what your meaning and your value and your purpose is? Ask the person that created you. But that's not what we do. Instead of trying to understand what He made us for, we go looking for our own definition of what we're here for. We think we're here just to make as much money as we can make, sleep with as many people as we can sleep with, get as high as we want to get, and do whatever we want to do. We're living for our own purpose and our own value, our own significance. And here's the crime in that. You were made for more. See, I'm not going to sit up here and throw rocks at you and tell you that you jacked up because you smoking or you get drunk or you sleeping around. That's the symptom of the real problem. I'm not concerned about them symptoms. I'm concerned about the real issue, the real sickness. And the real sickness is we fail to glorify God. He made you for His glory. Why glorify you? You were made for more than that. You're made for more than that. He built you for more than that. That's why, the Bible says all have sinned and fall short of the glory, because we fall short of his glory. And that's the crime. And what was told to me, when it hit me, when it dawned on me, I heard a man say, "Do you not know you were bought with a price? You don't understand how valuable you are." See, if I got $100 bill in my pocket and I crumble it up and I throw it on the ground and I stomp on it and smash it and spit on it, it ain't lost its value. It's still $100. You've been stomped on, spit on, you done a bunch of stuff that you shouldn't have done. You still made in the image of God. And your value is not determined by how much money you got in your bank account, how many people like you, how many things you can acquire. That's not what your value is determined. Your value is determined on how much somebody's willing to pay for you. If I got a cup of water with a little sip in it, you probably wouldn't give me a quarter for it. But if you was in the desert dying of thirst, how much would you pay me for that little cup of water? How much was God willing to pay for you? So, I say all this to say I grew up wrestling with significance until somebody told me, "Do you not know you were bought with a price? You were God's workmanship, created for the things that he pre-planned. You wasn't made to sleep with everything that walked. You wasn't made to just get high all day. You wasn't made to just be riding around collecting money and things of that nature. You were made to glorify the creator of this universe."